Hello guys, welcome again to my YouTube channel. It's Gils and I'm so happy to be back with another informative video. If you haven't watched any of my previous videos, please do well to check them up. I'll link them in the card and in the description box so you could catch up. Please support your girl by subscribing, liking and sharing this video, and why not leaving your comment in the description on how to better this channel. So in this video, I'll be talking about things that you can do to help you improve your time during the day so that you don't waste time during the day. Please, if you see me looking at my phone, forgive me, but I have everything I have to talk about in the planner. So it's in my phone and I just have to peep and then get along. So as I was saying, I'll be telling you about things that you can do so that you don't waste time in the course of the day, so that you can be able to maximize your time during the day. So the first thing I'll be talking about is not planning in advance. The fact that we do not plan our day in advance or our week in advance, it helps us to drag in the course of the day. You wake up in the morning, that is when you have to start thinking of, oh, what am I going to make for breakfast? What is my family going to eat? What am I going to eat? Do I have what I want to use to cook? All those things help to slow down. Otherwise, if you know what you want to do, if you know that, okay, on Monday, I'm making maybe toasted bread, you know that, okay, I have bread at home, I have everything I need, butter and everything. You just wake up in the morning, move to it, and you're done with breakfast. Same with lunch and supper. It doesn't only apply for food. It applies for example, if you have a particular day where you do your laundry, if you have a particular day or time where you have to answer to emails and things like that, the fact that we do not plan our day helps us to waste majority of the time during the day, and you realize that you had a lot to do during the day and you have not done anything at all, or you have done very little. So the second thing I'll be talking about is not having a to-do visual list. A to-do list is a list of things that you have put that you're going to do during the day, hence the word to-do list. So if you have assigned yourself different tasks during the day, you could make a to-do list for, like, okay, I wake up in the morning, between this time and this time I'm doing breakfast, or basic to-do list. Okay, I have to do breakfast, I have to do laundry, I have to clean the bathroom, I have to answer emails, I have to make a call to my mom, I have to do this, I have to do that. A basic to-do list kind of gives you a structure of what your day is about. And believe me, if you have a structure of what your day is about, then why will you waste time or a lot of time trying to figure out, oh, should I do laundry today, or should I call my mom, or should I? It helps you give your life a very good structure, a very good plan. And this is not only for things that you do at home. What about in your office? Okay, when I get to the office, I have to answer emails first, I have to check my mails, I have to do this. At this time, I have a meeting with this. And so it helps you to be able to build your day, and it helps give your day a kind of flow. It makes you a lot productive. The next point on our list is not planning your meals. See, believe it or not, for those of us who are in the kitchen cooking food for our families and the rest, or even just for yourself, it's not an easy task coming up with things that you have to eat for breakfast. By the time you're done with things you have to eat for breakfast, lunch is here and supper is here, and you realize that you've spent your whole day in the kitchen when you could be doing other things. So to be able to make your time efficient in the kitchen, why don't you come up with there are boards that they sell, or you could just make your board, or use these small colorful papers and clip somewhere in your house where you have a menu for the week. You can say, okay, breakfast on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, same with lunch and supper, and you come up with the things that you want to do, because preparing meals takes a lot of time. So you have to be smart when you're preparing meals, you have to be dedicated, you have to be diligent when you're preparing meals so that you can maximize your time and not spend your whole day in the kitchen. Another thing is that you can still, under the aspect of not planning your meals, if you don't plan your meals, you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, maybe I should eat dodo and egg, and then you realize that there's no egg in the house and you have to rush over to go and buy eggs. All of that helps you to waste time. But if you plan your meals before time, you know that, okay, I need this amount of things in my house at this particular time. It helps you to be able to do your shopping beforehand. Also, it helps you to do preparation. Like, you could decide that maybe the day before, if you have to make salad or something, maybe you could grate your cabbage or your carrot and just keep in an airtight container in the fridge or something. It helps you to be able to do your preparation before time. And I can assure you that is going to help you to save a lot of time in the kitchen. The next thing is social media. Social media is that place where we spend like a lot of time during the day. By the time you know it, you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, let me just touch my phone and see what message I have on WhatsApp. I bet you by the time you finish reading your messages on WhatsApp, you're like, oh, let me just go to Instagram and see what's happening. The next thing you find yourself, you're on Twitter. The next thing you're on, I don't know what other app, Facebook and the rest. And you realize that initially you wanted to spend 5 minutes to check out what is happening on WhatsApp or the messages you have received on WhatsApp. But in the end, you have spent about 2 hours senselessly scrolling on social media. So social media is one of those things that just helps us to waste our time during the day. But you can as well allocate time within which you'll be able to check your social media platforms. Also, you can decide to plan your day properly so that when you're done with everything that you had to do for the day, you can relax and scroll endlessly through social media. That is another thing that wastes our time during the day. The next thing is watching TV out of habit. You wake up in the morning, especially for those who have televisions in their bedrooms or around the house, you know, apart from maybe just leaving your bed and going up to the living room, or maybe a laptop, or even on your phone, you just wake up and you're like, oh, let me just switch on the TV. The same goes for social media, and you realize that, oh, I did not watch the last episode of Sisters, and you're like, oh, let me just watch it. By the time you realize you have watched Sisters, you have watched Game of Thrones, you have watched Vikings, you have watched all kinds of series, and you woke up at 7 o'clock. It's almost midday and you have not done anything. So then it leads me to the next thing, which is overloading. Overloading, you feel that you're a superwoman or a superman, that you can do everything in one day. My brother, my sister, you need rest, but be firewood. Like, you need to plan your day and not overcrowd your day so that you'll be able to do everything that you have to do and do it properly. Overloading your day, oh, I have to go to the market today. When I come back, I have to go to my kids' school. When I come back, I have to clean the house. I have to wash clothes. I have to iron. I have to change the bed sheets. I have to do this. I have to do that. Overloading your day ends up making you feel very overwhelmed in such a way that you don't even have the energy to do any of the things. You're just like, oh, I don't feel like it today. There are days like that when you wake up and just because in your head you know that you have too many things to do today, you end up not doing anything. You're just like, you know what, the thing that over plenty for me for do today, I'll probably do it tomorrow. So overloading is not a good thing because most of the time it's there to waste our time. We are not actually productive about the things that we're supposed to be productive about. The next thing is being tempted by distractions. Maybe you're in the kitchen and you're preparing food, or you're in the bathroom scrubbing or doing something, and then you hear some music playing on the TV or something, and then you come out like, oh, let me come and dance. Or you're like, maybe you're staying at home with somebody and the person is killing it in the parlor, you know, giving some serious moves. You know what I'm saying? And then you wake up and leave the kitchen. You're like, okay, let me come and join the person to dance some small azonto. And then you realize that you dance the azonto until 2 hours are gone and you're still dancing. So that helps us to waste our time a lot in the day. Distractions are terrible for our planning. We have to make sure that we plan properly to avoid distractions. We have to make sure that we can be able to withstand the distractions within the day so that we don't waste time. The next thing is not blocking your time, like not putting particular time frames within the day which you have to do certain things. For example, okay, if I know that I have to wake up between 5 no, if I have to wake up at 5 o'clock, right? I know that between 5 o'clock and 5:15, maybe I should have my bath. Between 5:15 and 5:30, I could dress up. 5:30 to 6 o'clock, I prepare my breakfast and everything and pack up my things to leave the house for work. But if you don't block your time, if you don't plan your time in blocks, matching them with the activities which you're supposed to do, you realize that, okay, like for me, what I do is when I wake up in the morning, my alarm has to ring at 5 o'clock. When I wake up, I have between 5 and 5:15 to take my bath. There is an alarm that has to ring at 5:15. So I make my time in blocks in such a way that I know that between this time and this time I'm doing this, and between this time and this time I'm doing that. It helps me to stay on track. It helps me to do everything that I'm supposed to do, to be early and to be on time with every single thing that I do. Okay, so the next thing I'll be talking about is relationships, things or situations that don't add value to your life. For example, you wake up in the morning, especially in Africa, you wake up in the morning and you just wake up, go for your front door. Like you just go to the front of your house and just stand there. You start gisting with your neighbor. Oh, neighbor, how una sleep? Hope everybody is fine. And everybody wants to pass. You're like, oh, mommy this, how did you sleep? Uncle that, where are you going to? You know, those discussions that we just wake up and go and sit on the veranda and have for no apparent reason. Those are all things that waste our time, or situations that waste our time. Like you just go and sit there purposely trying to look for conversations where they might not even be conversations necessarily. So those are the things or relationships that are not of any value or don't add any value to our day, but we just do them because maybe force of habit, the environment where we are and all. So if we can curb some of those things, if we can desist from some of those things, it will help us to be able to maximize the time that we'll need to do something else and do it properly. Okay, so on to the next point. The next point is too much multitasking. Sometimes we just feel that we are supermen or superwomen. Oh, I'm feeding the baby at the same time, I'm trying to vacuum clean at the same time, I'm trying to dust. You know, you're just trying to do too many things at once. Sometimes it is not a bad thing, especially if what you're trying to do is in a related field. You know, like, okay, if I'm in the kitchen, maybe I'm frying dodo, I'm boiling beans, and then I'm slicing onion. You see all those things. I'm checking the pot of beans, I'm turning the dodo, and I'm slicing onions. Those things you can easily multitask. But when it comes to the aspect of, okay, maybe I have to be in the kitchen checking the dodo and I'm rushing to come and check if the baby has not fallen down from the couch, or, you know, all those things, too much multitasking can end up ruining your day because you will not be able to do anything perfectly. In the end, you'll be very angry with yourself. You'll be like, why was I putting so much on myself? Like, you're just human, my friend. You're human. You're not a superman or woman. You are human. Rest. Take what you can handle and do it well. The next one is not being intentional. Not being intentional, in this case, what I'm trying to say is, for example, you are going to the kitchen, oh, you are leaving the parlor that, oh, it's time for me to cook. Let me go to the kitchen and go and cook. On your way to the kitchen, hey, maybe you see that somebody has dropped something on the floor, and you just bend down and start sweeping. The next thing you know, you are dry cleaning. The next thing you know, like, your focus has changed totally. Hours later, you have not cooked, food is not ready. Your family is looking at you like, mommy, what's happening? Auntie, uncle, qu'est-ce qui se passe? There's no way. You start rushing out to the kitchen. Maybe if you wanted to cook something like eru or kwakoko bible or something, you'll be like, you know what, I'm tired today, everybody will just eat spaghetti, auntie. You'll be like, oh, I don't have time to cook the eru again. Ale, njanga rice, oye, rice, crayfish, finito. Why? Because you did not plan your day. So you see, this tip that I'm giving you, now let's talk something. This tip that I'm giving you is for free, oh, just for free. Just try to forget all these things and be intentional in whatever you do, so that you can be productive. You see, you come back and thank me. Wait now, I'm telling you, after this, put all these tips and then you come back and thank me. The next one says not batching errands and work. For example, if I have to leave to go to the market, on the way to the market, if there's anything I need to do along that stretch, why don't I do the things bit by bit and follow a chronological order until I get to the market? Or if I'm supposed to deviate, like, why don't I choose a line or a path of movement which is going to be easy for me to accomplish everything? Let me explain. For example, if I'm supposed to go and pay school fee, and at the same, maybe after that I'm supposed to go to the market to buy things to cook, and after that I'm supposed to see a colleague to drop off some documents because maybe I'll not be going to the office tomorrow. And if my colleague's place is on the way to my child's school, why don't I drop the documents, go to school, pay the fee, and then go to the market? No, sometimes we'll leave because our head is, oh, pay fees, pay fee, pay fees. We'll leave, pam, go and pay fees. From fees, we'll go straight to the market. Hey, it's in the market now that your colleague will be calling you. Were you not supposed to come and drop some documents like Mama Mia? And I passed along that path this morning on my way to school. Why did I not drop the document? You have to leave all the way, come back to come and drop the document. So those are the kind of things. You see that the little 10, 15, 20 minutes, that's what makes 1 hour. The next thing, it makes 4 hours. Next thing you want to know, the day is over. So we have to be, we actually have to be intentional, and we actually have to plan our day chronologically. Another point says too much clutter. Too much clutter in the sense that you have too many things that necessarily you are not using, but you just have them. Some of us have buying syndrome. You just want to buy and buy and buy, especially for women. You buy clothes, buy clothes, buy clothes. At the end of the day, your whole room now clothes. You want to go out, you start thinking, hey, what should I wear? Should I wear a jean trouser and a t-shirt? Should I wear kaba? Should I wear an open shoulder? Should I wear? That's how you go to where you're keeping your clothes, your wardrobe, or your wherever you're keeping your clothes, your box or something. And then you have to start looking through. In the end, if you just had your basics, okay, you will know that, okay, I look through this portion and everything that I have here is what I'm going to choose from. No, you have 10,001 trousers. You start, oh, should I wear blue, black, green, purple? Time to go and see, choose one. So we buy a lot of things that we don't necessarily need, and then we have to start sorting those things when we need to use the things. But if we can just buy the things that we need at the moment, and when you feel, because see, I'm not saying that you should have 7 clothes for 7 days. So no, what I'm saying is have the basics. You could buy a couple, use them now, you outgrow them, or you don't want them anymore. You say, okay, I'm going to buy 4 other things to replace the 4 things that I'm taking away. It helps you save your time, especially women. You know now, if you want to go, oh, should I wear green? Should I wear blue? Should I wear pink? While wasting time. Plan your day ahead of time. Okay, so we have come to the end of this video, and I am so happy that I could come up with these points to help us to be able to maximize our time during the day. I bet you that if you follow these things, make a to-do list, prioritize your time, avoid distractions, avoid meaningless relationships, and all the other things which I have listed, you will see that you might not even need as much time as you thought that you needed during the day to be able to carry out your activities. You'll be able to do everything that you planned that you'll do. You have time to sit down and relax and watch maybe a movie or play with your children or your family, or do 1 or 2 extracurricular things. Maybe you want to read a book or something. You'll realize that you'll be able to achieve everything that you set out to achieve during the day. So once again, welcome and thank you for watching. Please don't forget to click that subscribe button. Tell your friends to tell their friends. Please, let's grow this channel, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.